Onegaishimasu. Hi, welcome. Today is October 7th, Wednesday, and we're going to continue on the idea of getting to this basic opening position I've heard referred to as Shiho sabaki. We're doing it from the yokomen just because it kind of lends itself to getting into that position. We've already gone through and done Shiho nage from there, kokyunage, ukemi nage, two variants of a nage, and a kokyunage, and kokyunage. So we're going to get through at least one or two more we'll consider basic techniques, and then we'll see how we can explore and get some more fun stuff out of it. So let's stand up and stretch. Okay, your shoulder, each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shich, hach, ku, ju, up and down, each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, arms going forward, each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Backwards, each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. And across, each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. And diagonals, each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay. Right hand up and stretch it over to your left side. And up. Left hand up, stretch it over to your right side. And up. Right hand up, stretch it to the left. And left hand up, stretch it to the right. Okay, to the middle. Crease behind, up, back, stretch forward, to the middle, left behind, up, stretch back, forward, to the middle, back, up, and down to your right side, left foot as flat as possible. And again, if need be, use those hands to help you balance out. Okay, switch it over to your left side, left foot as flat as you can get it. Okay, switch it over. Now, onto your left heel. Okay, switch. Onto your right heel. Okay, and bring those feet together, hand up. Bend those knees, rotate them counterclockwise. Each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Clockwise, each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, straighten them out. And bend at the waist. And let your body hang. If you can touch the floor, great. If not, just hang there. Okay, now bend those knees. Keep those shoulders back. Spine is straight. Toes point forward along with the knees. Straighten out the knees. Bend at that waist again. Again, just let your body hang. Bend the knees, shoulders back, spine is straight, feet are flat on the ground. Straighten out the knees again, bend at the waist, side, bend those knees. Shoulders are back, spine is straight, head is up, feet are flat, and down into sage uprights. Okay, Takubatori wrist stretches starting at heel. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Other hand, same thing. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Nikyo, bring that in. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Hands and thing. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Sankyo, switch it down. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Hands and thing. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Kokyunage. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Other hand. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Shiho nage stretch. So make it like this with your left hand. Take that right hand, put the palm on the pinky side of your hand. Now from here, use that palm, push it over. As you push it over, you're going to feel like, oh, it's tight. Go with it and then let it come out. So ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Same thing with the right hand. So like this with the right hand, take that left hand, put the palm on that pinky side and stretch it. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, shake this wrist out a little bit. Okay. Okay, right foot out, left foot in. So here, trying to keep that left knee down. Okay, so you're here. Take your right hand, reach out for that right foot. Okay, so you can do that. Now take the left hand, reach for that foot again. Okay, you can get there. Now try to bring your body in, or that chest into that knee. And up. Okay, left foot out, right foot in. Try to keep that right knee down. So from here, left hand reaches out to that left foot. Okay. Now the right hand reaches for the left foot. Once you've got that, now try to bring the chest into that knee. And okay. Spread wide. Take that left hand, reach for that right foot. And up. Take the right hand, reach for the left foot. And up. Okay. One hand at each foot. And now if you can, just lower yourself forward. And come up. Bring those feet in. Grab those toes. Forehead down to your feet. Remember, exhale as you go down. Inhale as you come up. Hand down. Exhale. And up, inhale. And down, exhale. And up, inhale. And one more, down, exhale. And up, inhale. Okay. So let's go ahead and stand up. Do the tai sabaki or bodywork exercise. Then we'll do the ukemi, and then we'll get into some technique. So I always like to start with kaiten. So real quick disclaimer, I said this last couple classes, within footwork, you really got 5 things you can do. You can slide forward, you can slide back, you can pivot, you can step forward, you can step back, okay? So if you'll notice, a lot of footwork kind of just breaks down into doing one of those 5 pieces, okay? So let's start with rotation or kaiten. So here, so each, ni, san, shi, go, ro. Okay, 10 count. You rotate, step backwards. Rotate, step backwards, okay? So here we go. So 10 times, each, ni, san, shi, go, ro. Okay, now, right or knee, hami, same thing. Each, ni, san, shi, go, ro. Okay, back to left or hidari hami. Stepping and turning, or one way to do a yini tenkan. Step forward, pivot, take a foot, step back. Step forward, pivot, step back. Okay? So each, ni, san, shi, go, ro. Okay. Front foot tension. Something comes into this side, you look, you acknowledge it, coming to your front side. Set the foot back, slide back just a little bit, and then reset. And each, ni, san, shi, go, ro. Okay. Right for Miki Hami, same thing. Just go to the other side. And each, ni, san, shi, go, ro. Okay. Now back to left hand hami, rear foot tension. Now instead of coming to our front side, it comes to our back side. So we acknowledge, move that back foot, front foot slides. So now we're sliding, okay? Sliding backwards actually. So we're here, so each, ni, san, shi, go, ro. Okay. Right or Miki Hami, same thing. Each, ni, san, shi, go, ro. Okay. So now ukemi. So we're going to start out with my ukemi or forward roll. You can do it at your leisure. We're going to do 4. We're only going to do 4 because we got a lot of stuff to get through. So remember, you can either start all the way on the ground, one knee up, or standing. We've got the room here, so we're just going to go ahead and everyone's got some color around their waist, so we're just going to go ahead and start standing. So, forward roll or my ukemi 4 times. Each. Ni. San. Shi. Okay. Now, backwards roll or backwards falling. Ushiru ukemi, same idea. You can start completely seated, up on one knee, or standing up. Again, make sure you change each time. And here we go, 4. So each, knee, san, shi. Okay. Now, forward roll with a 10 count. So I'll demonstrate from standing, but again, you can do it from all 3 levels. Big thing is, as I do that forward roll, I want to look back at where I was thrown, and I 10 count, and I face back that way. You notice I'm back or to the right or knee on knee, facing the way I started, where I started knee on knee. Okay? So, again, now make sure you switch feet each time. And each. Okay. Knee. San. Shi. It's okay. The big thing is to make sure, part of it is to make sure you're looking back where you were thrown. Right. The 10 count makes nice, easy footwork, and it gets you used to using your hands. So as you're here, and you just get right there, ready to roll. And then usually if we're going in a line, we'll kite in and continue on, and it just changes our feet. So it can get a little more complex when we're doing it in a tighter space. Okay. Now, the Ushiro Yoko Kaiten, or teddy bear roll, same thing, but one of the big things is to make sure you make that little U or C out of it. So, as I'm here, I want to keep looking back at the camera, here, coming around, looking. It actually changes my hami. If you notice, I made like a little U or C out of it. Then I walk back up, and then go back to it all over again. So again, you can either start from putting on the ground, up on one knee, or standing. So each. Knee. San. Shi. Okay. Now, my yoko kaiten, or forward side rotation, I'm rolling more or less on the extremities. I'm rolling on the outsides of the arm, outsides of the legs. I'm really not touching my back much or at all. So as I go over, I'm here, and I'm rolling on the sides of the body. Okay? So let's do 4. And each. Knee. San. Shi. Okay. Last one. Ushiro Mayoko Kaiten. Back forward rotation, or kind of what a lot of people think of like as a break ball, or one of them. So the way I like to start is feet parallel and neutral. So somebody's throwing me from my left to right side. As that happens, my hips go forward, shoulders go back. I'm still trying to look this way. Now, the beginning, I let this rotate. I feel the turn, and then I rotate through. I'm here, and then, like I'm going to start a forward roll, and I just stop myself there. Making sure you don't put any torque on the knees, okay? Secondarily, I'm here. Start the same way. I feel that coming from left to right. Hips go forward, shoulders go back. Now, I rotate, and then do a nice, easy forward roll, some variant thereof. Finally, if you are very comfortable with ukemi and with the body mechanics involved, you're here, and as they throw you, you're still trying to look back this way, and then you come up and over and try to keep engaged with your partner, okay? So we got three variants, not four, three variants to try. So let's do that 4 times, whichever one you are most comfortable with or you have the space for. And each, knee, sun, and last one, chi. Okay. All right. Lovely. So let's continue on where we were. So this Shiho sabaki footwork. I like to start it off with yokomen because everyone in the 4th Q test requirements, it's yokomenuchi Shiho nage. So it lends itself great. Front foot tension and then draw across. For me, that's the Shiho sabaki. Because from here, this is where we mostly do Shiho nage from. Because we're already there. We step forward, turn, boom, Shiho nage is done. But from that position, we found that you have ukemi nage, a variant of kokyunage. You've got kokyunage. You've got nage. And you've got 2 different variants of nage as well, okay? So just from that one simple footwork, we've already got like 6 different techniques that we can do. So again, hint, hint, for those of you testing for EQ or Shodan, this might be something good to have in your arsenal. Like, okay, I get here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, boom, 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 like that. To continue on that idea of, for me, what I would consider basic, is I'm here, I release my hand, hip to the face, they block, I bring it up, juji nage, and step forward to throw, okay? So, as it comes in here, I do a front foot tension, draw across, Shiho sabaki, my bottom hand here, my left hand releases, come and I strike, basically gakute yokomen, right hand strike to the face, they block, I grab, I turn up, I'm in juji nage shape, and then step forward to throw, okay? So let's do this together, we'll do the waza, the technique, and then we'll do the ukemi. So, we're here, yokomen comes in, front foot tension. Now draw across, Shiho sabaki. Take that left hand, strike back to the face, grab that wrist, and now pivot or kaiten. So now you have your hands fully extended. You've got them locked up into juji, and then step forward to throw. Okay, right to migihami. Same thing, yokomen comes in, front foot tension, draw across, Shiho sabaki. Release that right hand, strike back to the face. Grab the wrist, now kaiten, so everything's in front of you, and then step through the throw. Is this the only way to do a juji nage? No, but if you notice, we're using the same footwork, the same pieces to get to all these different techniques. That's one reason I love it. So here, left foot nagihami, yokomen comes in, front foot tension, draw across, Shiho sabaki. Release the left hand, strike back Get with the yokomen, grab the wrist. Now finish that kaiten so you should have the arms locked up. Now from here, just step forward to throw. Okay? Right or ukemi. Here. Yokomen comes in, front foot tension. Draw across, Shiho sabaki. Release that right hand, strike back at the face. Grab the wrist, now kaiten. So you got it locked up, and step forward to throw. Okay? Left, or that knee. Here. Yokomen comes in, front foot tension. Draw across, Shiho sabaki. Release the left hand, strike to the face, grab the wrist, kaiten, lock up the arms, and then step forward, throw juji nage. Okay, right or knee, so last one. Yokomen comes in, front foot tension, draw across, Shiho sabaki. Release the right hand, take it to the face, grab the wrist, kaiten. Now from here, keeping it in front of you, and step forward to throw. So, on the ukemi side, this one's a little bit harder to visualize without your partner hitting you in the face and getting you locked up, but we're going to try. So we're here, we strike yokomen, they do the front foot tension, and as they draw across here, again, they should be in shikaku. I should not be able to easily strike back at my partner. But as I see that come in, I come in here to block my face. Now, at that point, they're going to turn and lock up my hands. Juji, okay? Should look like an X or like a 10. All right? And then once they get to that point, they will throw. Now, if you were to do the break ball, you would want to hold this hand. This one right here, the up hand. Okay? That way you can unravel to take a break ball style of kimi. Okay? But you don't have to do that as you're here. If you're not feeling up to it, you can do a forward roll. You can also, not quite as easy, at least I don't recommend it, is doing a back roll. It is just coming back to there. I more recommend doing either a forward roll or a break roll, but that's just me. So, let us begin. So, my partner's here, left figure that kami. I'm also left figure that kami, striking yokomen with my right hand. So I come, I strike yokomen, they do the front foot tension, draws me this way. Now, as they draw across, Shiho sabaki, it turns me. Now, they strike to my face, I block. Now, as they do that kaiten, my elbows should get locked up. Now, from this point here, they step through the throat. And make appropriate ukemi. Okay. Partner is right underneath kami. I'm also right underneath kami, striking with my left hand. So here, strike yokomen. They do the front foot tension, drawing this way. They draw across, Shiho sabaki. They come in, they strike to the face, you left. Now from here, they lock up the hands, turn in the body. And then from here, they step forward and throw. Right. So two more. So my partner is left with that kami. I'm left with that kami, striking with my right hand. So I'm here, I strike yokomen. They do that front foot tension, drawing me this way. Now they do the Shiho sabaki, drawing me across. They strike to my face, I block. As I block, they do that kaiten, locking up my arms. Okay, as they lock up my arms, now they step forward and throw. So last one, my partner is right underneath kami. I'm also going to be right underneath kami, striking yokomen with my left hand. So I step strike yokomen, front foot tension. Now draw across, Shiho sabaki. They come straight to the face, I block. At that point, they kaiten, locking up the arms. As they lock up the arms, they step forward and throw. So, this one is easy to do, just as an omote. If you do an ura, you're going to have to be here. And you gotta have to be a little bit careful because you have to step next to your partner. So, tenkan and then kaiten to kind of throw them around. So, let's try it. The ukemi is going to be a little funky as well as the footwork. So the footwork is, again, it all starts the same. I start here, boom, I lock it up. Now as I lock it up, normally I would step forward to throw. This time, I'm going to have to step next to my partner, and then from there, 10 count. And we'll just finish the 10 count, and then Shiho actually will slide forward to throw. There's a couple of different ways to do it, but let's keep the footwork relatively simple. Okay? So, here we are, left knee diagonally, yokomenuchi comes in, front foot tenshin, draw across, Shiho sabaki. Now, strike to the face, kaiten in order to lock up the arms. Now, from here, take your right foot, step next to your partner. Now, 10 times, and then slide forward, or she actually to throw your partner. I know, it's one way to do it. Got it, Tim?
They might get up from it, but
Why are you being so mean to your poor uke? It's 2020, isn't it? They had it coming to them. Okay. Right or behind me. Yokomenuchi comes in, front foot tenshin. Draw across, Shiho sabaki. Strike the face, grab your hand, kaiten. Now from here, you have everything in front of you. Step your left foot next to theirs. Ihimi, tenkan, and then slide forward to throw. Okay. Left foot behind me. Yokomenuchi comes in, front foot tenshin. Draw across, Shiho sabaki. Strike to the back to the face, grab the wrist, kaiten. So you got their hands locked up. Now from here, step next to my partner, tenkan, and slide to throw. Okay, right from Ikami. Yokomenuchi comes in, front foot tenshin, Shiho sabaki. Strike back to the face, grabbing the wrist, kaiten, locking up the arms. Now from here, take that left foot, step next to your partner, Irimi, tenkan, and then slide forward to throw. What was that? Whee!
right into the wall.
He's pounding him into the ground, you're throwing him into the wall. For once, I'm being the nice guy.
What a point, man. It's like alternate universe.
Okay, left foot behind me. Yokomenuchi comes in, front foot tenshin. Shiho sabaki. Strike, yakute yokomenuchi. Kaiten. So you've got those hands locked up. Now, step that right foot next to your partner. Ihimi, tenkan, and then slide forward with throw. Okay. Right to Rihami. Yokomenuchi comes in. Front foot tenshin. Draw across, Shiho sabaki. Strike back, grabbing the wrist, kaiten, locking up those hands. It should be right in front of your center. Now take that left foot, step next to your partner, Irimi, tenkan, and then slide forward to the option in order to throw. So, depending on this one's a little bit more involved. So again, start the same way, do the opening. We do the front foot tenshin, Shiho sabaki. Now, they strike the face, bam, here, they lock it up, juji. Now, before, my partner would have stepped through right kind of in front of my arms to throw me. Now, they're going to step next to my shoulder. So, as they step next to my shoulder, I'm going to have to circle around and then get thrown. Okay? So, this one requires that as nage, you've got them very well secured so they're not just kind of hanging out there like this. You've got to be pushing on them a little bit so that the elbows get locked in. So when you go next to them and around, you're pulling this hand right here, which is causing an arm bar because it's locked up with this hand. Because that one's being pushed this way, this was being pulled that way. Kind of uncomfortable, and I want to go with it, and then I get thrown. Okay? So, start. Partner is left-handed Darihami. I'm also left-handed Darihami, striking yokome with my right hand. So I step strike, yokome. They do the front foot tension. They draw across, Shiho sabaki. Now, they come and attack the face. I block. They grab my wrist. They lock up my hands. Lock up my elbows. Now, they're going to step next to me, next to my left shoulder. As they do that, they do irimi, and then they keep turning around 10 times and throwing me away. Okay. Partner is right underneath me. I'm also right underneath me, striking yokome with my left hand. So here we step strike, yokome. They do the front foot tension, and then across for the Shiho sabaki. They strike to the face, I block, they grab, they lock the hands up. Now, at this point, my partner will be stepping next to my right foot or my right shoulder. As they do that, I'm going to be coming around the corner. As I come around, and then they throw. Okay, two more. Partner is left-handed Darihami. I'm attacking left-handed Darihami, striking with my right hand. So here, I step straight, yokome, front foot tension, boom, Shiho sabaki. They strike to the face, I block, they lock up my hands. Now from here, my partner steps next to my left foot or side. They do irimi, tenkan, and throw. All right, the last one. So my partner is right underneath me. I'm also right underneath me, striking with my left hand. So I come in, strike yokome, front foot tension, across, Shiho sabaki. They strike the face, I block. They lock up the hands. Now, as they lock up my arms, they step next to my right shoulder. They do irimi, tenkan, and throw me away. So the question, one of the questions that get asked is, well, what happens if they don't block? You hit them in the face, preferably not in the dojo. So if they're here and they don't have the sense to go, oh, that's something going in my face, I should stop that, then either say, you might want to block that, or just give them a little tap going, hi, you want to block this. Okay, so that's just one of those little friendly reminders of this is a martial art. So that's the first. So for me, that kind of finishes off essentially the kihon or basics. Okay, now let's have a little fun. So from that same Shiho sabaki, you can actually then come up underneath, grab the feet, and throw aiki otoshi. This is one that you can have a lot of fun with. So, the big thing is it requires that you bend your knees. I know, I'm a pain in the ass, aren't I? So, front foot tension, Shiho sabaki. So you really want to make sure they're stretched out. Now, as they're stretched out, you would release your left hand, step your left foot, getting underneath their arm, getting into the body. Now from here, you would pick up the legs. I like to have my lead knee behind theirs, pick them up, and turn and rotate to throw them over your knees. So what you want to avoid doing is, at least in my opinion, is using your back to try to haul them up. Okay, so if you can, you bend your knees, you scoop the knees together. You scoop their knees together, kind of cradle them, lift and turn gently, but avoiding twisting your knees. Okay, so let's try this together. So, this is one way to do yokomenuchi, aiki, otoshi. So we're here, left foot in that kimi, yokomen comes in, so front foot tension, now draw across, Shiho, sabaki. Now, at this point, my partner should be pretty close to me. So I let the left hand go, I move my left foot behind my partner, bringing my knees, getting underneath their arm, I let go with the other hand, I scoop the knees together, so I bring them together, lift up, and then turn. Okay? So, right your knee on knee, yokomen comes in, front foot tension, draw across, Shiho sabaki. So here you should have your partner pretty darn close to you. Your right hand comes free, your right foot moves behind your partner, left hand comes free, you scoop your knees together, raise up, and turn. Okay? Left with the kimi. Here, yokomen comes in, front foot tension. Draw across, Shiho sabaki. So here, again, my partner should be really close to me. I would let that left hand go. Keep hold with the right hand just for a second. Move my left foot, ducking underneath the arm. Take both hands now, grab around their knees, bring their knees together, bring it up, and turn and go behind. Right your Miki-Hami, yokomen comes in, front foot tension, across, Shiho sabaki. Now from here, let that right hand go, move that right foot behind them, you're ducking underneath the arm. Now let that left hand go, scoop the knees, raise up, and turn to throw. Okay? Two more. Left and daikami comes in, front foot tension. Draw across, Shiho sabaki. Again, at that point, your partner should be really close to you. Let that left hand go, take that left foot, move it behind them, let go of that right hand, bending your knees, now grab their knees, bring them together, up and throw. Good. Right over behind knee, yokomen comes in, front foot tension, draw across, Shiho sabaki. Let the right hand go, now from here, step that right foot behind them, let the left hand go, scoop the knee, bring the knees together, up and throw. Okay. I don't know if we can actually do the ukemi for this one because it's a little intriguing. Yeah, it's a big splash. So let's see. Yeah. So as I come in here, yokomen, they do their front foot tension and across. So from here, my partner would come underneath my arms, bring my knees together. As they bring them together, now from here, they would lift up, and from here, we can actually just do a nice simple back pull. Okay, so let's actually just do that. So the feel is you want those knees to come together. As nage, when you do it, don't slam your partner's knees together. They tend not to like that too much. So, again, ukemi. Here, yokomen, front foot tension, Shiho sabaki. Now you gotta think, your partners, their head is coming right underneath the arm, and you let go of the other hand, and you think, oh, I can do a headlock, but at that point, they bring their knees together, you're trying to go for your balance, and then they would lift you up, and then throw you. Okay? So, Let's do that ukemi together. So, left ukemi nage. I'm also left nage, striking with my right hand. So here I strike yokomen. They do the front foot tension and across Shiho sabaki. So from here, they let go with one hand, they step behind me. Now, their hands are coming in, they're bringing my knees together. My knees are together, I really can't stand up, and then we throw. Okay, right to mikihami. I'm also right to mikihami, striking with my left hand. So here, strike yokomen, they do the front foot tension, and across. So that's Shiho sabaki. Now from here, my partner would step their lead leg behind me, their head would kind of come through this little hole. Now at this point, my knees come together, I'm bent, and then they pick me up and throw. Okay, partner is left with that nage. I'm also left with that nage, striking with my right hand. So here, I step strike yokomen, front foot tension, and then across Shiho sabaki. Now from here, my partner, nage, would step right behind me. Their head would kind of come under between kind of where my armpit is, come through. They bring my legs together, they bring my knees together, and then lift up and through. Okay, last one. Partner is right ukemi. I'm also right ukemi, striking with my left hand. So I step strike yokomen. They do the front foot tension. Now across Shiho sabaki. So from here, again, my partner would step kind of behind me, except their front foot behind me. Their head would come underneath my arm through here. At this point, my knees would come together. They have them in here, and then okay, so that is again one way to do yokomenuchi, aiki, otoshi. Are there others? Yes, there are. Again, this kind of just uses that same footwork. Next one. So that front foot tension, Shiho sabaki. Now, we're going to take one moment to pause to do an osai waza. Actually, it's a kimi waza, season. We're going to bring the hand up and over, grab our forearm, hiji kimi. So boom, elbow lock, raise up, and then back to throw, a kokyunage from there, okay? So remember, this one, we're doing an arm bar, where the hand is here, palm is up, we're putting the other hand underneath, and hyper, and pushing it like that, so the tap and go, oh, I don't like that. Okay, so, back into that kami, comes in, front foot tension, across, Shiho sabaki. Now, take that right hand, keep it there, take that left hand, bring it up and over, behind their elbow, grab your forearm, and then raise up with your left hand, push down with your right to do the elbow lock, then tap, raise that left hand, and throw. Okay? Right to mikihami. Yokomen comes in, front foot tension, draw across, Shiho sabaki. Now, that left hand really holds on, right hand comes over the arm, back behind and underneath the elbow, grabbing your own forearm. Now from here, left hand goes down, right forearm goes up, elbows, shoulders stay back, they tap, right hand releases, raises up, and back to throw. So, left nage, yokomen comes in, front foot tension, draw across, Shiho sabaki. Hold on with the right hand, take the left hand, bring it over theirs, back behind their elbow, grab your own forearm, and put in the lock, the tap, release the left hand, raise up, and throw. Okay, right or Miki Hami, yokomen comes in, front foot tension, draw across, Shiho sabaki. Take that, keep that left hand on, take that right hand, come over their arm, back behind your elbow, grab your own forearm, keep those shoulders down, and raise that right forearm up, left hand down to put in the pin, they tap, release the right hand, up, and throw. Okay, two more. Left into that yami, yokomen comes in, front foot tension, draw across, Shiho sabaki. Hold on with the right hand, take that left hand, bring it over the arm, back behind the elbow, grab your forearm, and put in the pin, a tap, raise up the left hand, and throw. Okay, last one. Right your mini hami comes in, front foot tension, draw across, Shiho sabaki. Take the right hand, up and over your arm, back behind the elbow, grab your own forearm, and put in the pin, a tap, release the right hand, up, and throw. So, you put me on this one, it's I'm here, they do the front foot tension. Now here, it's key that nage has the wrist up. If they want to actually put pressure back behind the elbow where it's uncomfortable. If the wrist is down, the arm kind of bends that way. This way, wrist up, elbow doesn't bend that way. And your other arm has to be back behind the elbow. If it's in front of the elbow, it bends. If it's here, that doesn't bend. Well, not naturally. It can bend that way once. Or if you're Marine, a little bit more than natural, in which case it freaks us all out. Okay? So from there, you go up, you tap, and then you can just take a normal, just because we're finishing with a kokyunage, normal back fold. So, starts left into that hami. I'm also left into that hami, striking with my right hand. So I'm here, so I step, strike yokomen, they do the front foot tension, and Shiho sabaki. So right here, that elbow should be exposed. So from here, my partner comes up and under, they put in the lock, I tap, now from here, they raise my chin up, shoulders up off the hips, and then they throw. And it's all done. So, partner's right underneath hami. I'm also right, striking yokomen with my right hand. So, strike yokomen, front foot tension, and across. Shiho sabaki. From here, they bring it up to do the arm bar. It comes in, I tap. Now they raise my chin up, shoulders are off my hips, and throw. Okay, two more. Partner is left into that hami. I'm also left striking with my right hand. So I step strike, yokomen, they do the front foot tension, Shiho sabaki. So expose that arm, we put it underneath, we put in the lock, I tap, they raise my chin, shoulders are off my hips, and they all right, last one. Partner is right underneath hami. I'm also right underneath hami, striking with my left hand. So I strike, yokomen, they do the front foot tension, and now Shiho sabaki, let me turn. They put it in hiji kimi, remember it's here, and then, whoop, I tap, they raise my chin, so my shoulders are off my hips, and throw. So, that's hiji kimi to a kokyunage. There's a couple others from there, but I want to take a pause for just a second to go to a different technique. So now we're going to go to nage. or throwing the head. So we're here. Now, this time, I take that left hand, I grab their head or back of their neck, and then from here, I just bring it straight down to throw them from their head into a forward roll. This looks really, really scary, but as long as uke is able to relax a little bit, you're actually cradling their head the whole time during the throw. It's if they tense up and freak out that things can get messy. But if they're nice and relaxed, it's actually a really good way to almost like practice your break falls and your forward rolls, okay? I do not recommend doing that with beginners to practice their forward rolls. I'll put that caveat out there right now. Okay, so we're here. Yokome comes in, front foot tenshin. Now, Shiho sabaki. Now, take that left hand, come up underneath your partner's neck and chin, grabbing their head, and then drop down to one knee to throw them forward. Okay? So, right your mihami, same thing. Front foot tenshin, Shiho sabaki. Now, hold on to the left hand, right hand, let's go. Comes up, basically you're gonna come up underneath the arm, underneath the chin, grabbing the head, and then dropping down to throw. Oops. So you should be on the opposite. So you should be going here. It's okay, let's.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, it's okay, don't worry. That's it.
I went down on the first knee, I just had a back.
Yeah. So here, left is at Hami. Yokome comes in, front foot tenshin. Draw across, Shiho sabaki. Now from here, let that left hand go, grabbing up underneath the chin, grabbing into the head. Now from here, drop down, just drop straight down, and throw it. And I think that's what it was, you were taking.
Yeah, I slide the back foot to the front.
Yeah. Okay. Right arm behind me, Yokome comes in. So front foot tenshin, draw across, Shiho sabaki. Hold on with the left hand, right hand comes up underneath the chin, grabbing the head, and then dropping down.
Potential bad things happen to that arm.
Maybe.
Probably going across your leg like that.
It's 2020, anything's possible.
Yeah.
And I'm being a nice person.
Yeah, I know.
Why does Tim never believe me? Okay, so left hand Nage comes in, yokomenuchi, front foot tenshin, Shiho sabaki. Hold on with the right hand, left hand releases, grabs underneath the chin, grabbing the head. Now from here, drop down to throw. Okay, last one, right or knee, honey. Yokomenuchi comes in, front foot tension, draw across, Shiho sabaki. Hold on with the left hand, right hand, releases, comes and grabs around the head, and then drop down to throw. All right. Okay, we have about a minute to explore the ukemi real quick. So we're going to do one or two. So on this one, so we'll just get a front foot tension. So they do that front foot tension, they draw in here. Now at this point, what's going to happen is that hand's going to come around the head. As it comes around the head, they're going to pull it down. As they pull it down, you're just going to do a nice forward roll. All right? So, left hand Hami. Left hand Hami. Strike yokomen. There's perfect tension. Shiho sabaki. Now from here, their hand comes underneath, comes around the head. As it comes around the head, and then they come forward and throw nage. So, partner's right underneath Hami. I'm also right underneath Hami. Spooky. Strike yokomen, front foot tension, draw across Shiho sabaki. Now, hand comes up, grabs around the head, and then pulls down, throws. appropriate, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it was October or something.
Thank you all very much for those who are here in person, as well as those on Zoom. So next Zoom class, Friday, we're going to do at least 2, if not 3 more techniques from this Shiho sabaki, and then next week we'll do something else. Okay? See you then.